Hey there, Aries. Welcome back for another weekly reading. They wanted me to use these cards specifically, so we're going to just jump on into it. I did hear that someone has some really tight hips and they want you doing some yoga poses, taking your knees to one side while your head and arm goes to the other side and stretching out that side and those hips. It's necessary. There's a lot of stored trauma happening in that root chakra, and it's attached to the hips, and that's why they're so tight. Doing the yogi squat would also be helpful. Just however it feels good to you. Just kind of play with it, see how it feels. You are moving mountains. You really are. Look, news of a birth or new business opportunity. Like that. Liking that a lot, Aries. Problems to be resolved. Okay, so whatever this opportunity is, it's going to help you resolve a lot of problems. And if it's not a lot of, I don't know, I kind of feel like there might be a couple major things that are on your mind that, you want to find solutions to. But then there's like a handful of little things, you know? Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Okay. And I have October that was at the top of the deck. So your birthday could be someone you're dealing with. Whoever this is, their birthday could be in October. This could happen in October. So Libra, Scorpio season. They want to point out that you have put in more work than you realize. There were a lot of things you did on this spiritual journey, and I'm talking to somebody who is in spirit. And for those of you who don't know me, my channel is spiritual. I've heard several other readers recently talk about being attacked in the comments from people saying God should not be in tarot, and that is absolutely not true. It is not true. If you look at the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, all of the cards, the imagery, is Judaism and Christianity. I mean, the Lover's card, Archangel Gabriel, with the lovers, Adam and Eve, in the garden. I mean, everything is spiritual. So I'm talking to somebody who, walks that life. And they want you to know there's several things that you healed that came so naturally to you. It doesn't come naturally to other people. And they're saying one day you're going to help people with this because something that comes naturally to you, you're going to be able to explain this to people in a way that is understandable when it starts happening to them. Hold on. Okay. Oh my goodness. I unpaused that and it unpaused at 3:25, which is my brother's date of death. Thank you, Josh, for showing up 3:33 on the clock. Man, they are all over it today. Guys, this morning, it was amazing. Stuff like this happens to me all the time, but it's been a little while. So this morning, I went to the bathroom, and my bedroom is right across the hallway from the bathroom. And I look over and I see floating, like, looks like floating gas in my doorway. And I'm like, is that mom or Josh or, a ghost? And then all of a sudden my door started going back and forth like this. I sat there and talked to him for a long time. So I'm not somebody who's afraid of those types of experiences. I encourage them. I love them. I welcome them. And they wanted me to let you know that because there's something coming up the pike for someone here that at first it might kind of freak you out, but then you're going to be so elated and so excited that it happened that you're going to want it to happen again and again and again. And they're telling me you are going to see a ghost walking down your hallway. So somebody needed to hear that. 444 was just on the clock. So like, you are spiritually in tune. You are in alignment the majority of the time. There's just a few things that Source is helping you work the kinks out of in order to receive this. And I do feel like a handful of the kinks have to do with other people having to maneuver things with other people. It's not about you. So I have to say that. Somebody's going to have a meet and greet with a ghost. Isn't that amazing? I wish I was you. I want to see a ghost. I want to. I love it. Ooh, look at you. This flipped and it flipped and it flicked fast. You are. I'm telling you. You know what this is? This is you moving mountains. This is you kicking ass and taking names. This is you deciding that your mental health is worth and change, is worth the risk of doing something risky. And whatever it is that you're doing, it is risky. It's very risky. But somehow, whoever this is, Source has managed to keep you in this place of belief the majority of the time for something that is completely like unbelievable to mass consciousness. It really is. It does not feel like it's something that's possible. It feels impossible. People may think you're crazy, but then you're going to come out of the woodwork being that person who said all along that you were going to do something, and then you do it, and then these other people were like, oh my God, look at Aries. I didn't think that was possible. But it is possible. It's possible with you. And let me get back to that one thing I was saying before I had to pause the video. They were telling me that you were doing things. Ooh, they want me to say something about this too. They are telling me that you're doing things so naturally. Things that other people, it's like they can't figure out how to break past a barrier with something. But you have broken past that barrier. And then you went here and you broke past that barrier. And then you went here and then you broke past that barrier. And you keep doing it. And you're not realizing the strength, the tenacious energy that you have. It really is. And you're not realizing that you are unique in this respect because you're not seeing other people go through the same things as you. There is someone, however, who does see what you're going through, and they know better. Honestly, they're wise and they know better what you're doing than you do right now. So they're admiring you. They're in awe of you. They think you're doing something profound, and they want to be able to bless you and honor you. And if it's somebody watching you and they think that this is a business, if they think that about you, they see you as an asset. And not only an asset, they see you as a trainable asset. Because it's right now, it feels like you're a sponge, Aries. It feels like you are a sponge and you're just absorbing all of this information. And then as you absorb this information, then Source takes that sponge and they squeeze out the crap, the bad stank ass water. I don't know why I said that, but that's what they're doing. And you're making it look like it's so easy, and it's not. So whatever it is, you are going to be somebody who can build a strategy around these things that you went through and explain to people in a very visceral and real way what it feels like when you do this and what the result is. And it's in you doing that it helps people, because it's like almost like somebody, let's just say you did something, you've mastered it, you don't realize you've mastered it. Okay, you have, and you don't realize it. Somebody else tries to do what you did. Okay, they try to do it, but they can't get any further. And they're hitting that first step, but they're not realizing what they're feeling is actually the first step. And that's where you come in, because you're over here. You've been to the first step, and now you're over here. So you being over here ready to teach this person, then they realize, hey, I did do the first step. So now I can go here. Now I can go here. Now I can go here. You see, you're going to help progress people in a way that this society needs. It really does. And they want you to know that your foundation is much wider than the top now. So there's like, it's to the point now where even if something were to hit you, you're not going to topple over and fall. Okay. Do you see this? In my head, I said, clarify problems to be resolved. And it came out with the 10 of Pentacles that went directly across these cards. So let's read these. News of a birth or business opportunity. Problems to be resolved. The 10 of Pentacles crossing it. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. So the problem that needs to be resolved could be to do with family, but financial, the financial status right now. Like there's a need to walk away from poverty. And in order for you to walk away from poverty, you've had to do something different than everyone else around you. And it's been confusing because you haven't understood the whole path. You're doing it. It's almost like you have that billionaire mindset. I listened to a short one time, and it was of a billionaire, and a guy walked up to him and he said, um, someone with a lot of money, somebody with a, can you give me a quality or a characteristic of somebody with a millionaire mindset? And the guy looked at him. He said, I don't know. Go ask a millionaire. I'm a billionaire. And so this guy's like, okay, give me a billionaire's mindset. And the guy said, in order to be successful, you have to start something only knowing 60% of what you're getting yourself into. It's that other 40% that you're going to live not knowing what to do. And that's why your spirituality has come in and it has served you greatly in this process of shifting your life into a new career. You really have. It's beautiful. My God. This is your time. You understand? You're moving away from chaos, pain, low vibrational thoughts, low vibrational relationships, and stepping into a place of power, of peace, of happiness, of growth, attainment, success. Okay, I wasn't even looking at this card. I just happened to look up at the computer just now, and I was hearing before I even saw this card. Oh my God. I was holding it up and I was started channeling. There's something here about someone, you're older. You're not expecting to have children again, but there is a spirit baby that is coming whether you want it or not. And it does feel like it's a couple years away. And I feel like I'm talking to somebody in their 40s. But you're going to have a fourth child. It's going to be a little girl, and this child's going to be extremely gifted. Kind of like, almost like a Sheldon Cooper. So they want you to just know that you're going to have an unorthodox, unexpected pregnancy, and this child is meant to be here. They have a purpose and a mission that they've come to attain, and they chose you as a parent. Okay, I love you very much, Aries. See you in the next one. Peace and love.